It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. And it's coming up next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
He picks up 7, and now it's 2nd and goal at the 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Going power with the big tight end. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. They don't go anywhere, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. Robinson, and he barrels across for the touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They soften that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And the fumble recovery is made.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens. but it sure is exciting when it does.
On first down, here's Eckler. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Staying with Eckler. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. Eckler. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. Leading them out in his 6th NFL season since being picked 6th overall, Daniel Jones.
Well, the first year of Daniel Jones' new big contract didn't go the way anyone wanted to in New York. The team struggled to a 1-5 start, and an ACL ultimately ended Daniel's season. Remember, before he got that contract, it was his legs, it was his athleticism, it was his movement play that really led the Giants forward. Can he get back to that off that knee injury? We'll all be watching this season.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He loses the football, and the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
Here we go.
Running it after the penalty. Oh, he loses the football. And the Commanders pick this one up.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Daniels from the pistol. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Gain of 14. First down, Washington.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Commanders pushing for points. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now on comes Austin Seibert for the field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Not quite far enough, and no good. It's off the crossbar and out. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
That fooled me. He had it online. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
The Giants and Devin Singletary back out on offense. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jones. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now, Jones. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Play fake, Jones. He put everything he had into this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Commanders ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the 1st half. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit.
Half 88, half 88, half 88.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. Connects with Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Pistol now for Jones. Catch made, Tyrone Trace. Oh no, he lost control of another one! But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, Kate, there was a memory burns into my dad, high school coach's memory forever. And that was after winning a game, losing coach comes over and says, Mike, I guess sometimes better to be lucky than good. No, my dad was good. In this case, the runner, he was lucky. He was lucky the sideline saved him as that ball bounces harmlessly out of the way.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Jones. Escapes the pocket. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll motion Slayton left. From the gun, it's Tracy. He breaks it. Wow, it's free again! Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Giants will have a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He finds Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a 2-point attempt coming up. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll try it on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Well, 2 left on the table there. Forget the goal line, Brock. They barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, to me right there, Kate, that's a sign this defense did their homework, studied their tendencies. Yeah, no way that running back was going to get that one in, not with that force of the defense coming at him.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He fields it from the 8. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. Continuing to move past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Robinson on the inside give. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Looking for it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Commanders leading by 8. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. The Giants using their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Staying with Robinson. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
That's caught for the first. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. To throw. Finds him over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Throwing now. Has it at the 7. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw it. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call, and you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
The Commanders all set to regain possession. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the